Oh yeah, we are back and ready, and we are popping, guys. I tell you what, man. Look, things have been crazy lately, man. Especially in the worldwide news of sports. We understand what happened on Monday night against the Bengals and the Bills with Damar Hamlin. He fell down, collapsed. Got hit very hard. And he had it says the report that he has cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack, pretty much, and pretty much, this is a sport. This is how it is. They just didn't know what happened. He got tackled, made a play, got up, then he collapsed. And now all of a sudden, now the rounds are going around on the sports news syndicates and stuff like that, giving their little 2 cents about the thing, right? And one particular got my eye, from yesterday, Tuesday, was what they said about Bart Scott. What he said and what he quoted and what he saw, what he believed what happened. Man, this man, I believe this right here. Look, we don't know exactly what happened or how he fell out the way he did. On tape, on video, he's showing made a tackle, got hit, helmet hit his chest. Seen what Bart was talking about, and then the guy got up, and then he walked, and he passed out. We don't know exactly how it occurred, but the thing is, as I see what I saw, when I saw the incident happen, and how this aliens from ESPN, Bart Scott, how he gave his analysis on it, his take on it, his opinion on it, regardless of if it was right or if it wasn't right. Guess what? This man played football for many years. He was a pro linebacker. You get what I'm saying? He's seen things. He knows what goes on when it comes to hits and people getting broken limbs and stuff like that. So how can people just straight attack him on Twitter the way they did yesterday and last night? And I'm like, wow, man, this guy just speaking about what he believed happened. He didn't say anything negative towards the young man that went down. God bless his soul. We're praying for you right now, Hamlin, and that you recover quickly. And they says that the tweet that says overnight saying that he has suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to the UC Medical Center for further testing and treatment. He is currently sedated and listed in critical condition. And so that was put out 2 hours ago. And so according to, CBS News. Now, this young man, he's in stable condition. That means that he is breathing. We pray in regards of your health, that you full recovery, and that you become back stronger than ever. But back to the subject hand, back to the subject. But before I get any further into my soapbox about this, this segment is called Sports Talk, and we're not talking about politics. We're talking about sports, and this ain't the only thing we'll be talking about. But at the same time, I want to address this issue before I go any further in any sports playoffs or anything like that. So let's get it going. All right, that's the intro. So back to the Bart Scott and all the harassment he's getting on Twitter. So guess what? I say this right here. I say this man seen things. What he saw is what he saw, and what he believes has happened. And I believe, to me personally, I believe the same thing. This young man got hit in the chest. This is football. People have died from the sport. People have gotten CTE, severe CTE. Some have died from CTE from this sport. So what this man has said is that what he saw was that the impact of the body, the man threw his body at this guy and caused his chest part to collapse or get compressed in or whatever. We don't know, but he's just saying that's what he thinks happened. He didn't say what happened. He believes what happened, regardless of how the play and how the play built up to where he saw in the play. So seeing the play, then hearing what he had to say, he didn't say anything negative. So basically, Bart Scott was just pretty much saying, hey man, this was probably happened to this man. This man probably got his chest hit so hard that he went into cardiac arrest. The other defender, body the Bengals, he threw his body into his chest. You get what I'm saying? He threw his body into his chest. But I'm not gonna hit this thing so long in this segment because it's called sports talk, not what people said on ESPN and about the situation talk. So I want to give a quote what Bart said. Bart said, he said, right before the tackle, Higgins lowers his helmet and he kind of throws his body into Hamlin's chest, excuse me. Scott began to explain. He's standing up because he's thinking he's got to chase T. Higgins at an angle to make a tackle. So he didn't expect T. Higgins to launch his body back into him. Okay, so it's one of those things you see as a linebacker. He was an ex-linebacker. And as a linebacker, Scott explained how a running back might lower his head immediately, even when expecting contact. Now think about that. This is a linebacker that's been in the game, that's seen multiple things in the game. And what he is describing is what he has seen, and what he has experienced, and what he has saw and has seen basically going back and forth during the games that he has played as a linebacker. And what he describing the way this has happened, what happened in the incident, you know what? I don't see why he's getting the backlash. People call him a clown. He need to be fired. They're calling for his job. Me personally, I'm going to stand up for the man. The reason why I'm going to stand up for him, because he's just giving his analysis of what he saw. What he saw. That's all he did. That's what he saw. So basically, I was going to put this out first amongst his first part of the segment and say this, that I'm backing up Bart Scott. He didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't say nothing insensitive. He didn't say anything against this young man or in the teammates or anything. He is just explaining of what he think happened and what he saw. What he saw from the footage and from the clip from the game. And that is all he is saying. He is saying nothing different, nothing indifferent. This is, as a linebacker, he's seen these plays multiple times. He's seen these type of injuries occur multiple times. So when he's describing the play as a football player and a football analyst, why are we going against what he is saying and he's not having no bias in what he is saying? And that is why people are trashing him on Twitter. I read some of the comments, man, and I'm like, man, this guy did not deserve all this backlash, but he's a grown man. I know this ain't the first time he has been persecuted this way. But guess what? Me as a sports fan and as a player and coach at heart, I understand where he's coming from. I'm reading his comments. I'm going to stand behind him because he ain't said anything crazy. And also, he said they taken that out of the game, but they didn't regulate it as much as possible. This is a quote by Scott. And he said, I expect the league will be a lot more vigilant when it comes to that and using that penalty. This is according to Fox News. And so the thing is, I'm not understanding the backlash. Why is he getting backlash for saying what he is saying? See, I don't understand it, man. People can speak what they can say, or say what they can say, excuse me. People can say what they say, but then when they say something that is pretty much profound and close to what might have happened, all of a sudden, you wasn't there. You don't know what happened. You wasn't there when he failed collapse. You wasn't neither. If you was in the stands, you were. But if you were just watching, you just saw what the camera showed you. You didn't see the real and full thing and impact of it. You went down there to hear it, myself included. I wasn't down there to hear it either. So you know what Bart Scott is saying, I'm just gonna be honest with you. He ain't said nothing wrong, man. He said nothing wrong. He said nothing wrong. And I'm gonna tell you right now, people are just looking at him and just want to be a scapegoat and run their mouth. That's all it is. They want to just talk trash, and just say he need to be fired. This man can speak what he's speaking and say what he got to say, because that's his job. And his job is saying what he saw and what he believed what happened. He's going to speak what he believes happened as a football player and as a football analyst, or mostly as a football player. But he used to be on the field seeing these things happen. So why are people getting on his case? It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just, he need to be fired. He's a clown. I thought better. He would think better of this, or think better of himself to say something else like that. Now, if you're coming at him like that, then you should be coming at Skip Bayless. Because Skip Bayless said some crazy stuff like, why are they going to postpone the game? And this game has playoff contention all written over it. That was insensitive. To me, that's more insensitive than what Bart Scott, that what people are trying to say that he said. He is describing the hit. Bart is describing the hit to the young man. Skip Bayless is talking about the game continue. Why we got to stop the game? Because this young man hurt, because he's in cardiac arrest. Now that we find out what it really was, but that's insensitive. But nobody's throwing no Twitter war at him. Now, there's some people said that he need to be fired too, but I don't see no more traffic on that. I see more traffic on Bart Scott's part versus Skip Bayless. So that's what I understand. Can't be half. You got to be balanced on this thing. If you're gonna throw some shade at Bart's side, you got to throw some shade at Skip Bayless' side as well. Because I don't understand why he's been attacked and he's not been attacked. Okay, excuse me. Bayless is getting attacked, but not like Bart is getting attacked. Twitter is just on fire right now against Bart Scott, calling for this man's job. But what about Skip? I think Skip need to be fired as well. If Bart get fired, Skip need to be fired. Skip is just describing the hit. That's all he's doing. Skip, he talking about, man, pretty much get him out of off the field so the game continues to go forward. Basically, his own terms, this game has so much importance to the AFC playoffs that the NFL don't need to postpone this game. But the man just collapsed. The teams around this man. The ambulances came to get this young man. The ambulance picked this young man and carried him to the nearest hospital. The players are crying. The players are in distraught. Maybe on both sides of the teams. I just seen the pictures and the footage of the Bills. But where is your comfort now, Skip? Where's your words? Where's your rebuttal? That's what I'm saying. I don't see the Twitter trash coming at him like that. I don't see all the heat coming at him more than it's coming at Bart. So I'm just going to say this. Bart, I'm on your side. You didn't say nothing wrong. And guess what? You keep doing what you're doing. Get what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Prior to this breakdown of the play, Scott shared the same segment as everyone who witnessed it, saying, what we saw last night was not normal. However, we did mention that we seen that hit 1,000 times, and we never seen this outcome. You know what I'm saying? So now, the fact we haven't able to get a thumbs up just leaves us holding our collective breaths, because all we want is our brother or our teammate or our friend to be okay. It's that collective sigh of relief that we continue to wait for it, he said. Listen to that. Where's the bias? Where's the insensitivity from Bart Scott? He has more sensitivity than Skip Bayless did or had, because this is a past story. So it's okay. It's okay. I just had to do that, let people know that I'm on Bart Scott's side. Scott, you didn't do nothing wrong, brother. You didn't do nothing wrong. You did what you had to do. You said what you had to say. You said what you need to be said. And guess what? People don't like it. And they don't like it because they're insensitive. They're too emotional. They're not looking at what happened and not looking at what did happen. The young man passed out. Young man fell out from a hit. Now we want to see the results. See, the point is, the game started, the young man was fine. That's what people not understanding. The young man was fine. The young man had everything going for himself. You see nothing wrong with him. You saw him moving and playing in the game before the pregame, everything. But that hit that he received is the cause for him to go down the way he went down in cardiac arrest. That's what Bart Scott is saying. We've seen this hit 1,000 times. Quote from his words from this article. Quote from his words. He's seen it 1,000 times. We've seen it 1,000 times, and the person got up okay. This time, the person did not get up and get a thumbs up from nobody. And then all of a sudden, he's getting just thrashed online on Twitter. And Bart Scott, I'm just going to say, keep your head up, man. I know you don't care about what they're saying. Man, excuse me, not saying you don't care what they're saying. You're bigger than what they're saying, and you're doing what you're doing, big man. Hey, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head up, brother. Look, enough is enough. I'm on your side. I know what you're trying to say, and I'm with you. I believe what you're saying is true. Even with the footage being showed, this young man got hit in the chest in a certain way to stop his heart. This young man, I said it. LJ, bottom line, said it. This young man got hit in the chest in a certain position to allow his heart to stop. That's what's happened. That's the bottom line. And I'm with Bart Scott on his analysis of it. He's been in the game. He's an expert. He's seen it. He probably had done it so many times. I don't know. But the thing is, he spoke on it. What he said. You said nothing wrong, Bart, and we're gonna move on. Now to the NFL playoffs. Now, I'm I am seriously kind of perturbed right now. I'm gonna tell you why. You know, I had hope. I had a belief that the Carolina Panthers was going to make the playoffs, regardless of the losing record again. The way that Steve Wilkes got this team pounding again, the way they pound and pound for many years before with Ron Rivera, Cam Newton, Thomas Davis, Luke Kingley. You get what I'm saying? Steve Smith and Greg Austin. When they had these boys and they was pounding that flavor at the end of the season, he brought that keep pounding mentality back to the Carolinas. You get what I'm saying? And he brought it back. And then they only had, they had the destiny in their hands early in the season as well, in the season as well, and they lost it. And then they had a second chance and they fumbled again. So it's okay. We know in this NFL world that Steve Wilkes, he didn't have a fair shake. And I hope he get a head coaching job this offseason. If it's with Carolina or with somebody else, I hope it's with Carolina because he's bringing back the pounding. They keep pounding the method, the strength of the Carolina Panthers. He's bringing that back. He brought it back, and the players started believing in it. He got rid of what he needed to get rid of, and the players played phenomenal in the last few games they played, even the game they lost. Even Tampa Bay. They want Tom to stay in the playoffs. They want Aaron Rodgers to get in the playoffs. But actuality, their team suck. I said it. Their team suck. And all of a sudden now they turn it on. Here comes Tom Brady in the Bucs. Oh my God. Here comes Mike Evans, 270-some yards, 3 touchdowns, 400 some change offensive yards. The Bucs are back and they're going to the Super Bowl. No. I always say if Tom stayed in longer he had, which he has, if he goes out, if he's finally retired, he's going to get 8 rings. They're going to give him the 8 ring. He's going to get the 8 ring. He's going to get the 8 ring. So the thing is, when he gets the 8 ring, that's when he's fully going to retire. He's going to retire. And Tampa Bay right now is not strong enough, skillful enough to reach the Super Bowl unless they rig this game so badly as they already have done this whole season to get into the Super Bowl for him to get his 8 ring. I don't care. Carolina should have beat them, but guess what? All of a sudden they came back from behind and they won the game. So they won the NFC South. So guess what? They're going to the playoffs. Carolina's out of contention. The Falcons out of contention. The Saints out of contention. But then it's all right. The playoffs is loaded. And right now, on the NFC side, the Eagles, without Jalen Hurts, they still look scary. They lost again, but when Jalen comes back, they're going to be formidable. Dallas a powerhouse. I said it. That defense, I said it. But Dak needs to start turning the ball over. Dak needs to start turning the ball over. If he's kicked the ball in his hands, become a game manager, he's better than a game manager. But if he's just managed the game, don't turn the ball over, Dallas could win the Super Bowl, brothers. I said it. Dallas could win the Super Bowl. And then the Giants, they shocked me this year. They pretty much shocked me. They really did shock me. They pretty much made me like, okay, Daniel Jones is coming on. Saquon Barkley's back, coming on. And they did their thing this year, man. And I'm godly proud of them, man, that they stood up to the plate. Now they got to play off first. So I don't know. The NFC East got 3 teams in. You got the Eagles, you got the Dallas, and you got Giants. Now, Washington Commanders could still make it in. The Lions can make it in. And the last team to make it in is Green Bay. Guess what? Green Bay plays the Lions last game of the season, and that's going to determine between those teams who gets into the playoffs. And I hope the Lions beat the brakes off them, but we know that the powers that be that runs the game, the rigging of the game, is going to allow Aaron Rodgers to sneak into the playoffs. So the thing is, we already know that's going to happen. They're going to get the last playoff spot. The Washington Commanders not going to get it. Detroit Lions, I hope you get it, but they're not going to get it. So the NFC is already set up. You got the Eagles. You got regardless, the NFC East is still wide open, though. So the Eagles cannot lose another game. If they lose another game, Dallas Dallas could get this top spot to get a home game and a bye. So the Eagles got to start playing the games. But you got the Eagles, you got Dallas, you got the Giants. Right now, you got Tampa Bay, and then you have the Vikings, and then for the sixth spot, either Green Bay, the Lions, or who else I say? The Seahawks. I think Seahawks in the hunt too. So you got them. So no, 7 teams. So my bad. I'm talking about 6. So you got the Lions, here we go. Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Tampa Bay. You got the Vikings. You have right now number 6 seed is either the Washington Commanders or the doggone Detroit Lions. And that's 7 right there. That's the maybe up and down. So right now, that's the NFC seed right here. But guess what? We're going to see who's going to be victorious and emerge among it all. Because right now, we don't understand everything, but the playoff picture is clear. And it won't be like totally buys them again. The Eagles, I made so many mistakes in this thing. Look, the Eagles, the 49ers. The Eagles and the 49ers. But right now, the Cowboys at the 5th spot. But if the Eagles lose one more time and the Cowboys win, they're gonna be a switcheroo. So right now, the Eagles got the Saints, 49ers got the Raiders, the Vikings got the Packers. My bad, I said the Lions, but the Vikings and the Packers. I had to get my information on point. So the Buccaneers already played. No, they already played this stuff. So it's all good, man. The playoffs are set, man, for Arizona. Eagles, 49ers, the Vikings, the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, the Giants, and either the Seattle Seahawks, the Lions, or the Packers for the 7th spot. And guess what? The Lions and the Packers. Guess what? I think the Lions should win and should get it, but the Packers gonna win it. Trust me. They're gonna win it. They're gonna get Aaron Rodgers and sneak in there. Then the AFC side, regardless the game that getting played on Monday night, and we know the reasons why. But right now, the Chiefs are number 1 spot. The Bills are number 2. So the Bills got to play the Bengals sometime before the wild card season start. The wild card postseason starts. So the thing is, the Chiefs number 1, the Bills number 2, the Bengals number 3, the Chargers number 5, the Ravens are number 6 for the Heritage Chin. But we don't know who's number 4 because the Jacksonville Jaguars could be in the hunt still, or they lose, it could fall down, and the Patriots could go ahead and get that spot. But in the bubble, the Dolphins, Steelers, and Titans. But the Jacksonville Jaguars is currently number 4 because they're the hit of the division. So right now, the playoffs picture looks like this: the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, the Jaguars, the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Patriots. So this is going to be a great playoffs. Let me get some water. Let me get some water. Some water. So playoffs look like they're going to be interesting, and they're going to play them out. But like I said, I'm a supporter of Chicago and the Panthers, and I wish they had did what they had to do, man. But it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. But they're going to get back next year. I just pray. Tampers. Steve Wilkes deserved the Carolina Panthers head coaching job. Look what he did for your team. Look what he did. He turned around a team that looked dismissal. I can't even get the word. Pitiful with Matt Rule. And he just came in and brought a flavor. He brought the mood back. Sam Mills, keep pounding. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Steve Wilkes, Carolina Panthers head coach, 2023-24 season. I pray he be the head coach. I pray that the Tampers, you be smart. The Rooney Rule, come on. The Rooney, black head coach. Let it be done. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. He deserved it. He deserved it. Aaron Rodgers, do he deserve to go in the playoffs? No. The team sucks, man. Oh, he's on the run. No, it's rigged. Lions, they deserve to get in the playoffs? Sure. Because they're on fire right now. Regardless, they lost to Carolina, but they're still on fire. They didn't lose the game convincingly. But the thing is, they was playing. But they got to get together. I think the Lions could go far. The Lions could go far if they end up against the playoffs. I said it. and you. I said it. The Lions could go far. Can they beat the Cowboys? Yes, they could beat the Cowboys. Can they beat the Vikings? I believe they could beat the Vikings. That's their rival. Can they beat the 49ers? Now, that's a game. It'll be a game. I believe they could beat them. I believe they could beat the 49ers because they got a rookie quarterback. And then he's going to postseason too. That's a lot of pressure for a rookie. Can they beat the Eagles? Yes. I believe they could beat the Eagles. I think they played this year. I think the Eagles stumped them, but don't quote me on that. But I believe they could beat them. Now, week 18 action is going to be some type of action because it's going to be fun to see these teams, man. See these teams go head to head. And I don't have nothing for you who's my favorite because my team, I really that team. I support the Panthers and the Chicago Bears. I grew up in Chicago Bears, age 5. Then here comes 1994, 95. Panthers came to Carolina, and then, I could kind of watch both teams. So, but the playoffs, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'll fellowship with my brothers in Christ and go watch it at Buffalo Wild Wings like we did the game they beat the Lions and stuff like that. Just a fellowship. But other than that, I ain't got no money. I ain't trying to gamble on these games and stuff like that. You can lose your money on this stuff if you want to. I hope not. But as a football fan, I really think the Bengals on the AFC side could win it all. They should have won it last year. Now they're back in the hunt this year. So I'm just saying, man, I want Josh Allen really to get it because the Bills are too good to be second fiddle. You get what I'm saying? They're too good to be second fiddle. Too good to be second fiddle. Fiddle. Be second. Be the one to not thought of. But the Bengals, Joe Burrow, good and cookie. That cat got some swag, man. He got some swag. He has swag. He has a lot of swag. And when he comes to play a game, man, he plays a game. So I think the playoffs, I think the AFC Championship game is going to be the Bills and it's going to be the Bengals. It ain't going to be the Chiefs and Bengals. I don't want to say that again. I want to see the Bills. I want to see the Bengals because they already beat the Chiefs 3 times this year. I don't want to if they play them 4 times, it'd be great too. Beat them another 4 times because the Chiefs is not better than the Bills. The Chiefs ain't better than the Bengals. But if I see the Chiefs and Bengals AFC Championship game, I wouldn't mind it. But I want the Bills to win. Not Bills, but the Bengals to win. But if I see the Bills and the Bengals AFC Championship game, they're going to be dope too. But no other AFC team is going to give them fits. Maybe the Chargers give them a fits, but they're going to win the game. But you let me know at the comments below who you want to win the Super Bowl, who you want to go, who's your favorite team. Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and leave some comments down below, guys. What team you want to go? What team is your favorite team? And what team, if your team is not in the going to the playoffs, what team do you want to win it all? On the NFC side and the AFC side. Me personally, on the NFC side, right now, the team that I am expecting to win it all on the NFC side, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to give it to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to give the Dallas Cowboys. My second behind them is the 49ers. My third is the Eagles. That's my top 3 teams right there to win it all on the NFC side. But on the AFC side, either the Bills or the Bengals. That's it. The Bills or the Bengals. Either one of those teams get it, I'll be satisfied. But you let me know in the comments below. You let me know at the comments below. All right, guys. It's been fun. This is the bottom line. This has been the bottom line. This is the bottom line. I salute you. You have a blessed Wednesday. Have a blessed Thursday. Have a blessed Friday. And we will see you again. Salute. And I got to do all this technical mumbo jumbo, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, guys, this has been fun. You let me know, man. You let me know who you want to win the Super Bowl. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's do it. 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I'm shooting for the ceiling, guys. Let's do it. All right. Later. The Bottom Line. Weekdays on LDB TV. Presented by LDB Media